Hello everyone and welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about the absolute best stealth sniper build in Starfield. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to start this if you are making a new character, as well as what you're going to want to do late game and the full development of all the perks and items you're going to need. But as you can see here by this clip, it does massive damage. First shot did 2,100, and then it goes all the way up to 9,000 and almost 10,000 damage. Over 9,000 damage in a single shot. This is going to pretty much kill anything in one single bullet, and obviously this is on very hard. So, starting out, the background we're going to be going with is Soldier. As for the traits, they don't really matter. I went with Kid Stuff, Terra Firma, and Wanted. Terra Firma is pretty good because it gives you more damage on planets, and you're usually fighting on planets anyway, so that's very helpful. Once you're finished creating your character, you're going to want to head to the star system Valo and go to the planet Polvo. On Polvo, there is a city called Hopetown, and that is where you're going to get your first sniper. In the early game, it is very difficult to get a sniper, and obviously we're going to talk about how to get the best sniper later on, but the first sniper you're going to get, which is a really solid starter option, is going to be found in Polvo. This is a unique version of the Old Earth hunting rifle, and I'm not entirely sure why they decided to name a Dragunov a hunting rifle in this game, but regardless, this is going to be your best option, and it's unique, so that's pretty cool too. This guy also has the chance to sell the Old Earth pistol and the XM2311, and I like having these integrated in the build just because you can put a suppressor on them and you can keep going with that kind of stealth build, and they're really nice for close quarter combats, especially when you're going to be getting the better sniper later on in the game because there's only 5 bullets in a mag. So now we're going to head to the Nova Galactic Star Yard. I believe this is on the Sol star system, so you're just going to want to head there, and the reason we're going here is because we are looking for the mission that allows us to get the Mantis armor. We're going to be checking out the Mantis armor. Obviously this is an amazing early game armor set, and we are going for a specific variant, which I will be showing you guys later on. So this is a random drop on these spacers, so if you don't get it, just make sure you reload the save and go back and kill them all again. But I got it, so I headed over to the Denebola system and started the Mantis quest. And this is not a very difficult quest, unless of course you have a companion that ends up fucking up all of your stealth and everything you're trying to do. So that's one recommendation for a stealth build, is probably leave the companions at home. They are pretty terrible and they will always blow your cover. So I can't exactly recommend them for the stealth builds. But regardless, you're going to want to make your way through and continue on with the mission. This mission will give you a ship as well if you are not familiar with the Mantis mission, which at this point I feel like everyone probably is because basically every content creator had a video on how to get the Mantis armor. But you're going to want to make your way through. And I ended up killing the guy that gave you the password. I don't really care about that shit. And right here in this part, I always just pop an amp and just cruise on through. If you don't have an amp, you're going to have to talk to him and not kill him, which is the boring way of doing it. But as you can see here, we made it through, we got the ship, and we are just going to head over towards the armor. Now once you get over to the armor, it is important that you follow these steps correctly. So the first thing you're going to want to do is save. You do not want to open the case before you save. So you'll save, and then when you walk up and open the case and interact with the mannequin, you'll be able to see all the mods that are on the Mantis armor. Now what's interesting is that if you reload that save and reopen the case, there is always going to be different mods on the armor. And the specific mods we're looking for is just going to be on the helmet, and it is the chameleon one. This is going to make you invisible when you stand still, and since we're always going to kind of be standing still when we're shooting, especially with a sniper, it is pretty useful since we're going to be invisible most of the time. And you can literally just keep going back and loading that save over and over again until you get the ideal armor, unless of course you already have it and you're later on in the game, in which that will not apply to you. So that is pretty much it for the beginner section of the game. Now we're just going to be talking about the perks, and it's pretty much just going to be in the physical and combat trees. In the physical category, we have fitness. This gives me more oxygen and makes me able to sprint longer, very useful. Then we have the stealth. You're definitely going to need rank 4 because it gives you bonus damage for suppressed weapons and you're actually able to sneak. Very, very important. You need that. And then we have weightlifting. Weightlifting is obviously very important because I feel like you're always over encumbered in this game. And the main perk we're trying to get in here is concealment. So with rank 4 concealment, which is what you're going to want to get, you are going to be able to do 4 times normal damage with a sneak attack. This is very, very important to get, and it's the reason why I was able to hit 9,000 plus. This is very necessary for the sniper build, and later I'll talk about exactly how that synergizes with your weapon. But the next tree we're going to be looking at is the combat tree. Now this is where you're going to be spending a majority of your points. So for the first perk, we have ballistics. And you're going to want to get this rank 4. You don't need it rank 4, you can go rank 3 if you want to save some points. And then you're going to need rifle certification. You're going to want this rank 3 as well. Rank 4 is just a bonus, you don't need it. And then for the marksmanship, same thing. You're going to want to get it to rank 3. Rank 4 is not necessary because it does more damage without a scope. And since we're using snipers, obviously we always have a scope. This is very similar to the sharpshooting one. We only need rank 3 in it because the rank 4 is useless because we're trying to kill everything in one shot anyway. And obviously we are going to want sniper certification, and this is just obvious. You're going to want all 4 ranks in this for sure. So that pretty much rounds off all the necessary perks that you will need for the sniper build to do tons of damage. You can also get armor penetration, but this is not necessary, and overall you would need to be a very high level in order to get all of this together, especially when you're combining it with the other perks from the other trees. You will need to be a high level to complete this, but you don't need to complete it to do tons of damage. And like I said before, a lot of the skills in the combat tree we don't even need to get to level 4. We could just stay at level 3. So now I'm just going to be showing you guys some gameplay of me running through some enemies on level 75 plus planets on very hard. It looks like I'm on very easy because of the amount of damage I'm able to do. As you guys saw from the beginning of the video, it can get up to almost 10,000. So I'm just going to explain exactly how this is all going to tie together and the weapons you're going to want to use late game. So obviously you're not going to want to use the old earth hunting rifle forever, and you will eventually want to get your hands on the hard target. The hard target, if you guys are not familiar, is without a doubt the best sniper in Starfield. I actually currently have a video on how to get the hard target. I will go over it very quickly in this video. If you are level 35 plus, you could just buy it from some of the shops. I believe the one in New Atlantis actually is able to sell one once you're level 35 plus. But in order to get the one you're going to want to get, which will be an instigating hard target, you will need to farm for it. And in order to farm for it, all you need to do is just go to a level 50 plus star system and continuously kill a boss until you get what you need. Obviously, the ideal perks for your hard target are going to be Instigating, Hitman, and Shattering. Hitman will give you 15% more damage while you are scoped. Shattering will give you more armor penetration. And obviously, the higher level you are, you're going to want to check and make sure that you can get an advanced hard target because that is the highest tier that you can get. My hard target in this video did 600 damage somehow. I'm not entirely sure. I think the base did 409, but when I equipped it with all of my percentage bonuses, it did 600 plus. And I think it was 609, so we'll just say 600 for easy maths. And with the 600 damage shot times 2 because of instigating, you come to 1200. 1200 times 4 for a sneak attack, and that is pretty much the damage that you can get up to. Obviously, I was able to get 9,000, and that kind of explains exactly where that number comes from, because I believe that that number comes out to 4,800, and that's before all of the extra bonuses, the percentages from things like the Hitman bonus, which gives you 15%, from the extra crit damage from the perks we have, the extra percentages from the suppressor damage. So that's where all of these numbers are going to be coming from, and that's why the hard target is going to be absolutely necessary. There is potential for you guys to use the mag sniper. However, the mag sniper doesn't seem to be as good. I think the damage actually might be bugged on the mag sniper as well, and there is no option for a suppressor, so you can't get that extra bonus damage from the suppressor, and that's why I believe the hard target is just overall better, especially for maximizing your damage and killing things in one single shot. And quickly, a small spoiler, I just want to talk about the powers. So if you are not familiar with powers yet, you can just click off now. But if you are, the one we are using is the Sense Star stuff. This is going to allow you to basically see any enemy in the vicinity, and it is very helpful for taking out every enemy and just knowing where everyone is. But I think that pretty much wraps up the Stealth Sniper video. I think I covered just about everything, and if you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like. And if you guys do end up trying this build out, make sure you let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it, and if you guys are able to do as much damage as me in this video, or if you were even able to do a little bit more. I make Starfield videos very regularly, and if you guys want to see any specific build videos in the future, I will make the best versions of whatever build you want to see. Just comment that below as well. But that's pretty much it for me today, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.